Alrighty guys, what is going on? Welcome back to the Best Investing Money Management channel on YouTube. In today's video, we are going to be talking about how to find stock for day trading. I hope you guys enjoy it. If you guys get anything in value out of this video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions, concerns, make sure you guys ask them down below. So now, roll the intro. Let's go. Let's jump into it. Come on. Bam. Now, for those of you that don't know what day trading is when you buy a stock and sell a stock during the same trading day. If you buy a stock today and sell the stock tomorrow, it's considered a swing trade. It's a different type of trading style, different type of trading strategy. In my personal opinion, that requires a little less skill. Day trading is something that takes a lot of time, a lot of practice, and you could have the best software, the best broker, you could have the best everything, but if you're not picking the best stock, you will lose money 100% of the time. And I would rather see you guys invest or trade high quality setups that will give you a better return and not trade as often rather than just putting a random trade out there just to have a trade for the day. With day trading, high quality setups are the best way to go. So now let's talk about finding those stocks. So what you're gonna need is a stock scanner. Now there is hundreds of them out there. Me personally, I like to use 3 of them. The very first one is gonna be backed by Moomoo. This is with my broker that I use. It's a fantastic scanning feature. We'll make a separate video on it. My second one is with Thinkorswim. I made a video in the past. I'll put a link to that down below so you guys can check it out. And in today's video, we are going to be talking about Finviz, how to find stock for day trading on Finviz. Now for that, yes, we're gonna have to turn to the computer. So let's go ahead and go there now. Alrighty guys, so once we are loaded up on Finviz here, you guys can see finviz.com right here. I'll put a link to that down below so you guys can just go straight from the video to here. But once you get this thing loaded up, you will want to go to the screener tab. The home tab is going to be, just the general breakout of the market for today. So you can see we have Dow Jones, NASDAQ, the S&P 500. It was kind of a mixed day in the market today. Some stocks were up, some stocks were down. Just a lot of consolidation. We have the S&P 500 broken down. We have a lot of the top gainers, losers, all of that good stuff. Whole bunch of technical indicators right here, some headlines, earnings, all of that stuff. Yes, you can actually look at some stocks from here on the top gainers because as a day trader, you want stocks with volume, and these are going to be the stocks with volume for today. But moving on, we'll go to the screener tab. Now, me personally, what I like to do is I like to click this all tab. Now, this all tab is going to put the descriptive, the fundamental, and the technical all in one place, so you don't have to be clicking between them all. I find it a little easier to use. Now, the first thing that you guys are going to need as a day trader is volume. Now, volume with day trading is super important. You never want to be the only one day trading a stock or buying a stock for that day. When you day trade, there's a lot of things you look for. You don't just pick random stocks for the day. Most of the time, I would say about 80 to 90% of the time, the stocks that you're looking at have some sort of fundamental catalyst. Now, a fundamental catalyst could be pretty much any sort of news or earnings for the company that fuels interest. Now, these interests could be buyers, could be sellers. That's what volume pretty much is. You want heavy amounts of volume. So, yes, you could do the average volume. That works decent. Now, me personally, what I like to look for is the current volume. Now, current volume is very important just because, like I said, you want buying pressure. So what I like to do, go to current volume. Now, you can go over 5 million or 2 million right in here. We'll go over 5 million and we can always change it later. Now, you can see that dropped it to about 414 stocks. Now, which seems like a lot, but yet when we had thousands of stocks before, that dropped it a ton. The next thing that I always like is going to be some sort of relative volume. Now, relative volume is pretty much just the demand for the stock. It's stocks that are fueling up, getting some sort of interest, which is great. So now what you can do is you can actually go over 1 to 1.5 or even 2. We'll go over 1.5 as of now. We can always change it. So it dropped from 414 to about 86 stocks. So you can go through and look at those, but it's going to take a lot more time. What I like to do next is to change the price. Now, the reason why is because you want stocks that are a little smaller cap. You don't want super expensive stocks. You want to be able to capitalize on share size. So you're going to want to change the price. Now, some people go under $10. Some people go under 20. We'll go under 15. And like always, we can always change it. So now the next thing is you don't want to just be investing into the largest companies out there. You want to change the market cap. You want smaller companies that are just getting some interest. So by looking at it, you can go like over under 2 billion. You can go over 2 billion. Me personally, what I like to do is I like these small caps, 300 million to 2 billion. Small, micro, or mid right in here. We'll go small, and like always, we can always change it. So for that dropped it from about 84 stocks all the way down to 15. Now, like always, you can always go through and change it if you're looking for certain sectors or price to earnings or all of that stuff, or even float, which is very important. But I don't like to change too much. I like to do my own kind of due diligence for it. So next thing I like to do, click charts. What you're going to want to look for is you're going to want to look for a couple of things. You're going to want a stock that's starting to fuel up on most of the time some sort of upward trend. So something like ADMA does look interesting. The reason why is because it's slowly getting this fuel up. So you'll see what I'm saying, ADMA. Once we load it up, you guys can see it here. So we have this general upward trend, which looks very, very interesting here. So if we actually draw that out, does have this upward trend as of now, which is very, very decent. The next thing you want to do is draw out the resistance. So there could be a move from $63 all the way up to $75. Now for that, will it take a day? Most likely not, but we do have that upward trend, which would start helping fueling that fire. And the biggest thing is just going through, and if you don't find any stocks, that's completely fine. So a company like NEXT looks very interesting because we had that general upward trend. It's starting to get a lot of momentum. NEXT. So if we actually look at it, you guys can see here, the company released some sort of event today. You can see it got a ton of buying pressure. It broke out of the resistance, popped up to, $6.36. If we actually go, you never want to look at the yearly chart. What you're going to want to look at is you're going to want to change this to the 1 minute daily or 5 minute 5 day. So we'll go 5 minute 5 day. So you can see over the past week, we've seen beautiful amounts of buying pressure. So this could continue. So me personally, what I would do, draw out that support, which would be right down here at about $6.25. Maybe a little up here more at about $6.30 right there. Next thing would be drawing out that resistance and try to make a trade during that day next week or tomorrow for that trade. Support down here at 62, or this would be a stock to throw on your watch list to look at. You never have to hop into anything. But the biggest thing with doing this is you want to do this before the market opens so you can get a good understanding of what stocks are starting to move up. Now, like always, you'd have been getting notified all the way in here using the scanner, which is very, very good. So continuing to move down here, something like OGI that's breaking out of that trend looks very, very interesting just because it does have that general downward trend. It's breaking out of that resistance. It could be creeping its way up to the next resistance up here. Not a good risk and reward ratio here. We always like stocks on somewhat of an upward trend. Now, if you didn't find anything here, that's completely fine. You can change it to the micro cap stocks and just continue to look for it. So something like RKDA that's breaking out, slowly moving up here, does have some resistance at $3. Could be an opportunity here for some sort of day trade. And the biggest thing with day trading is momentum. You want stocks that are moving, you want stocks that have buying pressure and all of that. So what I always like to do too, after you kind of picked some stocks, maybe 3, 4, if you can get 5, to throw on your watch list, set a couple of alerts. The next thing I like to always do is look at the top gainers and the top losers. Top losers, historically, after their significant loss, they will have a decent bounce back just because every reaction in the market is an overreaction. So often what we'll see is major amounts of sell-off, and then that following day we'll see a little pop back up. So you can see MEIP. We'll go ahead and we'll throw it on the chart and see kind of how it's looking here. So we got MEIP. So you can see this thing got absolutely hammered today. This thing fell major pre-market. It did release some sort of, some sort of quarterly report. Did not do good. Probably on the downgrade list, falling, 70%. So now what I would do, set that support here at 62 cents, buy a couple of shares, set your stop loss at 60 cents, risk 2 cents to possibly have this thing come up to 70 or 75 cents, which would give a great risk and reward. And if you're out, you're only out, 1 or 2% to possibly make 10 or 12%. It's a great risk and reward. And the biggest thing with this is, like I said, every reaction in the market is an overreaction. And now these are all obviously more technical plays. A lot of day trading is momentum based. So using this scanner during the market hour, seeing the stocks that are moving, seeing the stocks that are getting talked about on social media sites like Twitter, Reddit is very important, and kind of have a community of people that are very interested in stocks, and you guys will be looking just fine. Obviously with all these, you're looking for stocks that are slowly breaking out, and that's the absolute biggest thing. So something obviously like all of these down here, I would throw on my watch list and keep an eye out for them the following day. Maybe set some alerts throughout the day for certain price points. So if they start hitting, that stock has momentum, you can hop in, hold it, set your stop loss, and let it ride. So guys, that's kind of how you guys can find stocks using Finviz. So guys, that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe. We'll see you later. Remember to stay happy, stay positive, and stay safe. Take care, everyone.